Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Course Nylander. We begin tonight with an in-depth look at gang violence. The Yuma Police Department says there are 13 gangs in Yuma, some more active than others. Many may feel that gangs just target rival gang members, but sometimes innocent people, even children, get caught in the crossfire. Tonight, 13 on Your Side investigates gangs in the desert Southwest. We start with a look at the brave men and women that investigate gang-related crimes, putting their lives on the line for your safety.
There's an ongoing battle on our streets, a war not fought for patriotism or liberty, but for money and power. They use fear and terror as a weapon, sometimes resulting in death.
Gangs are to be feared. They operate with a pack mentality and operate with great violence.
According to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, there are over 33,000 gangs across the United States, with more than 1 million members. All of them use violence to control their turf and deal with illegal sources for profit. The desert Southwest is no exception. The Yuma Police Department says there are at least 13 gangs in Yuma. Most, they say, are dormant, but that has not stopped cases of extreme violence. It was a tragic end to 2015 as a 7-year-old girl and 8-year-old boy were shot on December 27th. As bullets filled the car they were in with their mother, who miraculously was not injured by the barrage of bullets. The Yuma Police Department says it was a gang-related shooting. Luckily, the two children survived the horrific ordeal, but are dealing with a long road of physical and mental recovery at a Phoenix hospital. YPD is still investigating that case.
It's kids. Kids did nothing to nobody.
And now a fatal start to 2016 with another gang-related shooting. A 15-year-old student at Yuma High School, Victor Sanchez, was shot on January 9th in a quiet Yuma neighborhood. Witnesses described a drive-by shooting with several shots fired in the middle of the night. Sanchez was rushed to the hospital, but died from his injuries 4 days later.
Enhanced violence that comes with gang activity is absolutely incredible.
Craig Clefman is the Deputy District Attorney for Los Angeles County. He has been prosecuting gangs for over 10 years and has published books on the topic. His views in this report are his own expertise and not on behalf of his employer.
Los Angeles invented gangs. We are ground zero for it.
To understand what is being done to counter this gang violence in Yuma, 13 on Your Side rode along with the Yuma Police Department's Special Operations Group for several nights. Due to the advantage of secrecy and being unpredictable, we won't reveal their tactics in depth. The first night of our ride-along, suspected gang activity was unusually quiet. The reason may be just the day before, the Special Operations Group made an elaborate arrest of a man they were after for quite a while, Enrique Corona Jr., who is now facing 15 felony charges with possible gang-related weapon and drug charges. Our cameras were rolling at the scene on Thursday, January 14th, as he fled from police and then was surrounded at the Yuma Recycling Center as YPD and U.S. Border Patrol were taking no chances. Equipped with tactical gear and even a helicopter, they were able to bring him into custody without incident.
The only thing it's going to lead to is either injury, death, or confinement for a very long time in the state prisons.
The following night on a ride-along, suspicious activity did increase slightly, but it wasn't until the early morning hours a gang-related arrest was made. The call comes in just after 3 in the morning. We rush to the scene with our cameras rolling. Police arrest 3 men in possession of meth. Officers say the men are suspected of being a part of a gang. Police say that drugs are commonly found on gang members, as drugs are a major part of gang operations.
When they have a surplus of drugs, if they come across a big batch of them, they will try and sell the drugs in order to get money to purchase weapons and stuff of that nature.
And the southwest border is a key asset for gangs in the drug trade.
Gangs can use the southwest border to bring in drugs, get it at a lower wholesale price, and then use it to distribute into their own networks. Often seems odd to people, but does include the prisons within the state of California.
Prisons, the place where convicted criminals are supposed to go to pay for their crimes, a financial tool for gangs. According to the FBI and several other agencies, prison gangs often have a strong hold over illegal street gang activity and even earn more than street gangs from drug trafficking.
The amounts are 10 to 100 times greater than street value.
Many gangs claim territory. It's part of the way they show their power, but it's an act that often leads to bloodshed. A lot can be learned by tagging like this here. It's an act associated with gangs. Many have their own unique mark and will dispute another gang's turf. It's also something police can gain a lot of information from.
Helps demonstrate where gangs are very active as well, because you can see it from their tagging.
And when you see a mark crossed out, it can be a sign of violence to come.
it means that one gang is either they have killed or they will kill that gang member.
The fight against gang recruitment may start at home.
It really comes down to family, family, family.
Do you think gangs will ever go away?
No, I don't think they'll ever really go away. We can reduce them, but we'll never be able to eliminate them.